What a wonderful surprise here. I'm in the courtyard at a Hilton hotel in Seattle, and we're getting ready to go to the port for catching a cruise ship. But I couldn't resist sharing with you some of the garden designs. You just step out of the normal hotel lobby, and here is this fantastic courtyard. I love how they've used river rocks, created the sense of a river, a stream flowing throughout the area. And in the distance, as the rocks form a path, you can see there's a landscape structure of a bridge that the rocks run under and continue around this area. The garden path I love. I believe it's a Feng Shui design where you don't have just straight walkways, but it's straight and you go to the side. And I had read, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that the reason you do that is so that ghosts can't follow you when you have this kind of a design. So that's just a little amusing tip. Rhododendrons, magnificent in bloom here at this time. Seattle gets a lot of rain, and these are all plants that thrive. This is an open area, so they get what sun's available. Red tips, and I have red tips blooming in my yard, and these have been pruned as a hedge, but they're blooming, and you can see where the new growth is coming, the red of the new growth. That's where they get their name. Those grow in North Florida and other places, so they are available to be used in a variety of locations. A magnolia blooming in the back, and there's several varieties of magnolias. Here, they've pruned them so that they have height, and they're working their way to the roof, the top of the roof of a 4-story building, to provide some break in the sense of the mass of the building. So they've done them various places. That's a great idea. All kinds of shrubs, well mulched, things that we are familiar with. At the corners, they have plantings of 3. They have a variety of azaleas that are planted here, grasses, and they have just sculpted small areas of lawn. So this is an idea if you want to reduce the lawn in your yard. You can have it small and then surround it with shrubs. And you'll notice how the beds are, nothing is in rectangles. This one is more circular. And some of the magnificent Japanese maples. So they have several of these magnificent plants. You can see now in the distance where the stream, the rock stream, continues. There are purple rhododendron blooming in the background, magnificent hostas, and if you are in the zones where hostas thrive, you're so lucky. They don't like the heat and humidity too much. And in the corner, again, to soften and create a look of being outside in a lovely space, they have planted some trees. And even along the side of this walkway, they have beautiful Japanese maple. What's nice is they repeat some of the themes. So at the corners where the blocks, the pavers come together, these are the lime green variety. These are a deep maroon variety. Added a rock for interest. And here they've done 2 lime green and 1 deep bronze. So that can give you some ideas for things that you could do for edging or for container gardens. If you're using a dwarf type of azalea, you can have that in a container and you could put these along the edging of the container. Ground covers growing underneath, filling in underneath, and in the back catching your eye, softening the corner of the building so it doesn't look so sharp and so much overwhelming with concrete. You've got a beautiful rhododendron blooming, and it is visited by pollinators. I saw a bee a moment ago visiting the open blooms. On this side, you could say this is either the beginning or the ending of the rock river in the garden, and there's a repeat of the garden structure, a bridge, and small sculpted areas of lawn. So minimizing any mowing, addition of ferns in a more shady area. So just lots of ideas of things that can work in your garden. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe. Garden Yay! See you soon.